If you've ever seen a beautiful loaf of bread and just wanted to eat it, but didn't know what to eat it with, this is one of my favorite recipes. It's easy to throw together and it's perfect for brunch, for breakfast, for dinner, for leftovers. This is the New York Times shakshuka with feta. There's a million and one ways to make shakshuka. This is just one of the recipes that I like for it. And I just use some diced onion, some diced red pepper, and to save time, I'll also use this crushed garlic. The spices, I will put all of the ingredients down below and I'll link to the recipe as well. But you just toss that in, saute it all together. It will come through beautifully. And then you get a can of crushed tomatoes. You can use diced, you can use crushed, whatever it is. Slice up your bread. This one was a rosemary parmesan loaf from Costco. It had a very strong rosemary taste to it, so if you don't like rosemary, I wouldn't recommend this, but if you do, this would be perfect, and it has a nice golden crust on the outside while being dense and doughy on the inside. And this recipe does call for feta in the shakshuka, and so I don't even measure it. I just take one little container like this. I'll put about 80% of the feta into the actual shakshuka batter, if you will. Then you crack in all of your eggs. I put extra eggs because I wanted to have leftovers for the next day. And then I'll save that remaining 20% of feta to put on the very top, because at the end, when the eggs are done cooking, then the recipe calls for you to stick it in the oven just for like 10 minutes to broil. And that's when this remaining topping gets a little bit nice golden brown, etc. And I also forgot to show this earlier, but do season your eggs once you crack them in. I think I just use salt and pepper, but you can go wild with whatever you prefer. This is what it will look like before you put it into the oven to broil. You do want to give your eggs a little bit of time on the stove to cook, just till you start to see some of that white start to solidify. And then you can just pop it right in. I think it's at 400 or 425, but again, I will link the recipe below. And your eggs will turn out gorgeous like this. And when it's ready, you just take it out of the oven. I like to put a coaster on the table and then just bring the entire pan over and eat right out of the pan. There's something very satisfying about that. But either way, you're gonna wanna have your bread, whether it's toasted or untoasted, however you like it, and then you just dip it into that tomatoey, vegetable-y, cheesy, eggy goodness. It is so flavorful and good. The leftovers are just as good. I highly recommend this recipe.